We were awarded a contract by American Airlines to build a new terminal out of Kennedy. We've been in business for nearly 60 years, and we've completed over 3,500 aviation projects during that time span. VRH is a leader in aviation construction, and we were chosen for this project because of our experience working at the airports. The contract grew rapidly in size and scope. We knew we had to bring on a joint venture partner to execute the project.
When Vic first came to our office with the idea that the two firms could work together on this project, it was pretty exciting for us. The two companies are similar in a lot of ways. Privately held, fairly large construction companies that are nimble in the sense that we are relatively flat organizations.
From my perspective, it was a joint venture in name only. We operated as one company from the time we started on that project. The name of our company was VRH Torcon. While general building materials and systems are similar, aviation construction is significantly different. We essentially became a construction arm of American Airlines, our client. We went out there for 7 years, were involved in a project that had a massive change, tremendous amount of slowdown, and tremendous impact on subcontractors.
It was started at a time when the airline industry was on the rise, and then all of a sudden 2001 comes, September 11th comes, and the airline industry just fell off a cliff.
At that time, we were in the midst of a project, and we were getting close to delivering an important occupiable phase, which we called phase 2. However, the game had changed, and so what we had to do is we had to be totally flexible in the operations that we had in planning our construction operations to finish out this particular phase of the terminal.
With a host of challenges on this project, the biggest one is being able to construct it between two operating terminals, and a new facility or the new terminal needed to be built between these two existing terminals.
American Airlines had a goal of never falling below operating 22 contact gates.
When we took part of the existing terminal, we took also part of the existing roadways. So we had to do a relocation of the existing roadways to keep the continuity of the passenger coming in and leaving JFK. The trusses for the last phase of the project were barged to JFK through the water, which required a study of the water. I think it was the first time three-dimensional trusses were used of that size to frame the roof of the terminal. We were building an underground tunnel. We dug deep at about 50 to 55 feet below grade. The groundwater table at JFK is only like 7 feet below grade.
To keep American in operation during the time we were performing the construction of that new terminal was really a phenomenal feat.
Airlines cannot afford to have you learn on the job. Our people have seen every single type of project that there really is at the airports. There's no question about it. Any given project, we probably work with 6 to 8 different user groups. These are groups that can range from the Port Authority to the TSA to airline operational people, there are customer service people, the FAA. So there's a multitude of user groups that we have to work with. And there's a very high level of customer service that needs to be put in place there to deal with these groups.
The kind of projects that I think that we would be well suited for are projects that are large, difficult, require a lot of planning, require an intense knowledge of airport operations.
You know, we wouldn't be operating in this space to this day, almost 60 years later, if we, didn't have that customer's sole interest in mind from the get-go.
That common goal brought us together. And it sounds like a very simple thing, but a lot of companies, that's not the #1 goal. That's not what drives them.